J bugging on them 808s.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Anwar. Welcome back to the studio. Today's video, we're talking all about sneaker of the year 2020. Man, I just saw Complex's video that they dropped on their sneaker of the year 2020, and I'm not gonna lie, man, it was giving me mad Grammy vibes. Like, I just felt like they slept on so many releases that dropped this year. Like, it was just mad, like Grammy, Oscar type, just.
I'm sorry, no. There's a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture.
I don't know, and I like Complex, and I actually think last year's drop was really good. But yeah, what they did this year, I just felt like they really messed it up. So in today's video, we're just gonna be talking about just what their list was. I'm gonna give you guys a couple ideas of what like my list is. That's why we got the iPad out today. And yeah, I have a couple of the shoes that I really appreciate that dropped this year on my list. So, you know, we'll just talk a little bit about those, and yeah, just I don't know, let's communicate. Let's get in the comments, just let me know what y'all think about their list, mine, all that kind of stuff. But before we get into that, per usual, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel for weekly videos all about men's fashion. Feel free to smash that like button if you enjoyed the intro, and always, man, go ahead and ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. So let's get into it. I think the first thing I want to do is, last year's list was dope. 2019, they said sneaker of the year was the Nike Sacai LDV waffle. I actually recently just picked it up. I got it right here, actually. So this is mine now. Just picked this up. My hands is full, but yeah. So just picked this guy up. I think it's really beautiful. I showed it to some of my coworkers who are not sneakerheads at all, and I'm not gonna lie, they trashed this shoe. They said this thing was boo-boo. They was not feeling it. But I just thought this shoe was so slick. But what I will tell you is I did a trade for this. So this I found at like a local sneaker store. It was going for $600, basically brand new, worn like maybe like once or twice. So what I ended up doing was I traded. This is kind of tough. So I traded infrared 6s for these, and I traded Yeezy 350 V2 Zebras. I never wear my Zebras, and my infrared 6s, I do love those. That's a classic shoe, but they just wasn't getting a lot of wear, and I've always wanted these. So I traded these, and I dropped 150. So I don't know. I just wanted these so bad that I was willing to do the trade. But I don't know if that was like the best trade in the world. Y'all let me know. Y'all ever traded shoes? Like, what do y'all think about a trade like that? I don't know if you guys know the prices right now for the used infrared 6 and the used, 350 V2 Zebra. But yeah, do y'all think it was a good trade? Are these shoes worth, what I traded for them? I don't know. But this is 2019's year. Let's get into their list. I'm gonna just throw these over here. So this year, let's just go. Complex's top 10 list was the double taps New Balance 992s. We're gonna throw all of these on the screen so y'all can see, right? So at number 10, double taps New Balance 992. Number 9, Yeezy Quantum. That's Kanye came out with that basketball shoe. I thought these were cool, and he came out with a basketball shoe, so I think that was cool. There's some like iconicness to that. Kanye's first basketball sneaker, so give credit where credit's due. He gets some love for that. Travis Scott SB Dunk Lows, definitely a fire shoe. I like how they wear, and yeah, so that was cool. Number 7, Dior ones. Just cap. That's all cap, man. That's all kazap. I just don't know why they would put Dior ones at number 7. We're gonna talk about it more when we get into my list, but that's just crazy. Number 6, Off-White 4s. I feel like they're sleeping a little bit, whatever. Number 5, Yeezy Foam Runners. Boy, they playing. At this point, they playing. Like, I just thought that was mad disrespectful to go Dior. Then they go Off-White 4. And then they go Yeezy foam runners? Like, what's going on, man? I don't know. I just thought that was like really whack. So not really feeling that. Number 4, Joe Fresh Goods New Balance. Now these was clean. We're gonna talk about these a little bit more when we get in my list, but I do think this was a dope shoe. All right, number 3, Jordan 4 Unions. I like Jordan Union collabs. I think this was a slept on shoe for a while, and then, you know, after they released, people started busting fits with them. They were like, oh, these are a go. This is hot. So that's okay. Number 2, Chunky Dunky, warranted. I like those. And number 1, Off-White 5s. So that's their list. Again, double tap New Balance 992. Number 9 is the Yeezy Quantums. Number 8, Travis Scott SB Dunk Lows. Number 7, Dior 1s. Number 6, Off-White 4s. Number 5, Yeezy Foam Runners. Number 4, Joe Fresh Goods New Balance. Number 3, Jordan 4 Unions. Number 2, Chunky Dunkies. Number 1, Off-White 5s. What's y'all thoughts? Come on, hit me in the comments, man. I love to interact with y'all. What's y'all thoughts? I really want to have a discussion because I saw that list and was just like, what are y'all doing?
What are y'all doing?
I mean, last year, I was feeling them. And then this year, I just felt like, I don't know, they was on them Grammy vibes, man. My top, I'll just give y'all, I don't want to do the whole thing. I'll give y'all top 6. My top 6, Travis Scott SBs at 6. Off-White 5s at number 5. Joe Fresh Goods New Balance at number 4. Off-White 4s at number 3. Chunky Dunkies at number 2. And the Dior Jordan 1 at number 1. So let me explain my list a little bit and just see if y'all vibing with me. So I just feel like with a sneaker of the year, so I'm talking about the 1 and 2 spots, you have to have like crazy iconic kind of shoe. You know what I'm saying? So when I think about the Sean Wotherspoons, when I think about the Sakai, just in terms of the collab, what they were doing, and just having like such a weird shoe that you show to your coworkers and they're like, what are you talking about? This is crazy. People who ain't even into shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe, you know, he says, you know, my grandma my auntie from Florida is like, have you seen those Chunky Dunkies? So when you have a shoe that's really wild that, you know, even people who ain't in the sneaker game know about it or asking about it or hitting you up like, hey, have you seen this? I feel like a shoe that, you know, garners that kind of notoriety, you know what I'm saying, that kind of respect, it definitely gets on the list. And also just the little details, so the packaging, the delivery, the storytelling, you know, I just really like the ice cream, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like I put Chunky Dunkies at number 2 because I thought it had a lot of that like excitement and just that notoriety, but I didn't think it was the prettiest shoe in the world, and therefore it couldn't get my number 1 spot. The Dior's, on the other hand, I do feel like had a lot of hype, but not just hype, but just genuine like excitement and energy, and we've never seen a shoe like this before. I might be a little biased because I do own a pair. So I might be a little biased because I do own a pair, but this is my number 1. This is my sneaker of the year 2020. You have to see these in person. Their argument is that the shoe is too limited. Like not enough people could get their hands on them. It's almost unreal, the fact that this is, you know, so limited, and that's why it's not number 1. And I can understand that argument to a degree, but I just felt like OG culture, that like the deep roots of sneakerhead culture, you're collecting, and it you know, not everybody got the shoe. That's what makes it special, is that not everyone has it, and it's a collector's item. And I feel like that's like just the OG principles of being a sneakerhead and sneaker collecting and sneaker culture. And so staying true to that, I feel like this is the number 1 shoe because it had the same excitement, you know, that Chunky Dunky energy, great packaging, delivery, Travis Scott modeling in the Dior, Kim Jones is killing it. And on top of that, you have to feel the shoe, the details, the leather. This is no ordinary Jordan 1, and as soon as you feel it, as soon as you smell it, you're just like, yeah, this shoe is special. So this is my number 1 sneaker of the year. Let me guys know if you agree with me, what you guys think in the comments. Then I did Chunky Dunky 2, and then 3 traded for these as well recently. This is my this is the prettiest shoe that came out in 2020, in my opinion. And so, no, it didn't have like the same kind of excitement where your auntie from Florida is hitting you up like, yo, have you seen the Off-White 4s? But this is the prettiest shoe that came out in 2020. And that's why it gets the 3rd spot for me. So, yeah, I love these. I think they're beautiful. And then I'll just say, like, you know, 4, I went with the Joe Fresh Goods New Balances because I just felt like, one, he putting on for Chicago. So maybe, again, I'm biased. But when you create a shoe that's the best that that brand has ever made, the way people talk about the Joe Fresh Goods New Balances, that's the best New Balance ever made. You know, think about if somebody came out with a Nike and it was like the best Nike ever made. Obviously, it's harder to do that than to come out with best New Balance. But, you know, given the silhouettes, you know, I just felt like for him to make the best New Balance ever made, right? The hottest New Balance out ever. To have that kind of title, you got to give, you know, credit where it's due. And just to release it at Chicago All-Star Weekend. He's from Chicago. Like I said, the whole storytelling, the packaging, the way they delivered that, it's a fire shoe. So yeah, ultimately having both of these is so unreal to me. Like, man, I didn't have bread like that coming up. You know what I'm saying? And I knew about all the J's. I'm in middle school. I know about all the J's. I could tell you about the 5s. You know what I'm saying? And the little detail, the shark teeth, and oh, that's reminiscent of when they had the fighter jets way back. Like, I knew all the little details, and you know what I'm saying? I was just so into sneakers, and I never could afford pairs. So to finally be at a point where I can kind of cop pairs, and you know, I had to trade for these too. I didn't drop just straight resale price. I traded 4 pairs of Jordan 1s, Pine Green 2.0s, DS, Royal Toe 1s, DS, Bloodlines. I traded my Bloodlines. I know I just did a video on those. I still think it's the best shoe, you know, best, you know, Jordan 1 for 200 or under, you know, that you can pick up right now if you're trying to get Jordan 1s. Check that video out. We're going to throw that somewhere. But yeah, Pine Green 2.0s, Royal Toes, my Bloodlines, and then my babies, my Shadows. It's a 2013 pair of Shadows. I have to get those back someday. But I traded all 4 of those Jordan 1s to cop these off my homie. Shout out to my boy Parker. This is the prettiest shoe of 2020. You're gonna see this a lot on the channel moving forward. But yeah, man, I mean, I can go deeper in the list on why I picked what I picked, but basically I just wanted to make this video because I felt like what Complex did was just wild. So wild. And yeah, I just wanted to see that, make sure I wasn't the only one that thought that list was like Grammy type, Oscar type energy. So definitely hit me up in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all thought about their list. Yeah, I just want to know what y'all thought, because I just thought that was crazy, man. But otherwise, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed it. As always, smash that like button, man. And yeah, don't forget to smile. Don't forget to take care of your skin. And as always, drink your water. It has been your boy Anwar. I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Jay Buggin, but you got one.
Purchase your tracks today.